All right, so here are a few of the things you can do in Handshake. If you have never used Handshake before, the website you will want to go to is atu.joinhandshake.com. If you are a current student or recent alumni, you can get to that website by logging into your OneTech account and clicking on the Student Life button on the left-hand corner. There's a Handshake link in the middle of your screen from the Student Life page. This is your login page. You'll click the blue Arkansas Tech login button, and it's going to ask for your username. This username will be the same as the username you use for everything else on campus, which in my case is my email address, mdiffy1@atu.edu. If your full email address doesn't work, try using just your username without the email. One of those two should already be set up for you because we've created an account on your behalf. Your password will be whatever password you currently have on file as a student or alumnus, what you would use to check your email or your OneTech account. So let's go ahead and sign in. And it takes us to our home page. Now, if you have never logged into Handshake before, the first time that you log in, this is not the screen you will see. You'll have to activate your account, and there will be an Activate Now button. Then you can click Done at the bottom of the page, and in the upper right corner, it will start asking you personalized questions, but in the upper right corner, you can hit Exit to skip those personalized questions and get to this home page. And these are the things we want you to get comfortable with, especially if you are working on your classwork remotely. So here, right at the top of this menu is the Jobs tab. This is something we encourage students and alumni to get familiar with. Every position that is posted in here is a position that an employer specifically designated as something they wanted to advertise to Arkansas Tech students. They're not all going to be local positions. We have advertisements for jobs all over the country in here. But if it's posted in here, it is because an employer specifically said, yes, I want to advertise to Tech students that we have this opening. Okay? So we have a search area, and you can search by your major or a specific job title or some keywords you've run into. Or skills that you know that you're going to be using on the job. You can also search geographically by area. So I could look for things near Russellville, Arkansas, and then I can even filter out how far away from Russellville I'm looking if geography is a specific concern. But do keep in mind this is a national job board, so not everything is local. You'll also notice there are some buttons here to help you filter out full-time jobs, which are going to be completely different than internships. If you're a current student, go ahead and use the internship button to see if there are some internships, co-ops, practicum, field experience type things that you can take advantage of or use as a learning opportunity while you're still in school. Additionally, we love internships because they help you get more training for after graduation. Also, because we know some of you all have qualified for work study or do not have a lot of transportation, the on-campus button will filter out just positions that are being advertised on campus right now. So here's an example. The Residence Life Office is looking for folks to work for them over the summer, and they've got a deadline of when you would need to apply. All of the positions will either have an apply button that you can use to upload your resume and submit it, or there will be a button that says apply externally, and it will take you to the website where the company prefers that you submit your materials. Okay, so that's the job board. The next thing that I want you to be aware of is this Career Center area. If you click on the Career Center, you have some options here that you can use on your own or with the staff in Career Services. The first is appointments, so I'll give you a quick tutorial there. Under appointments, you can schedule an appointment to work with a staff member at Career Services, and you'll indicate the category you fall into, A lot of you may be bachelor students and the specific thing that you need help with, maybe it's a resume, okay? And then it's going to give you a list of times. When you select a time for an appointment, that is time you're reserving to speak or work with a career services staff member independently. You're blocking that time so they're available for just you. And you can also choose the medium for your appointment. So if you would like to talk over the phone or do this over email, you can make those selections so that we can make sure we're available the way that you need us to be. If the campus is currently closed or not experiencing a lot of traffic and you request face-to-face, you may receive an email just asking for you to confirm that you really do want to meet face-to-face or asking to make some alternative arrangements, okay? And this lovely window down here is going to allow you to give us some in-depth description of what it is that you need from us so that we can be prepared for you when you come in. Additionally, as I back up here, I'll go back to the Career Center and to appointments again. When you go into appointments, because we know a lot of you all are not on campus on a regular basis or won't be in the near future, you can also schedule email responses. So this is going to have you select a time slot, but the time really doesn't matter. If I request an email resume critique, that means I just want you to look at my resume and email it back to me with some comments or things that I can improve. So you would click email resume critique, and then you'll notice that all of the time slots on these different days are only 1 minute long. That's because it just puts you in line to hear from us. Don't worry about what time it is, just pick the first time slot available and we will be happy to get back to you. If you do request an email critique, the other thing you will need to do is go up here under your face or your name right here and click Documents. You're going to upload into the system whatever new documents you want us to look at. If that's a resume, a cover letter, a list of references, maybe a personal statement or essay for a graduate program or a scholarship, you upload those here so that when we see you've requested an email response, we can pull up those documents and get them sent back to you in a timely manner. All right. Lastly, you will notice that every person in Handshake has their personal profile. Your profile will include some basic information about when you would graduate. It may even include your GPA. If the graduation date is very far in the future, don't worry, that doesn't mean the registrar's office doesn't think you're going to graduate soon. It's just our system's way of making sure that they don't miss you when you graduate, okay? So ignore that. If you upload something under My Documents, after you upload a resume in particular, Handshake will say, would you like to fill out your profile? And it will take the information from your resume and fill out your profile for you with your work or volunteer experience, your different degrees that you've earned or you're working on. You can also add organizations that you're a member of, courses you've taken or projects you've worked on, especially our science, technology, engineering, and math students. I would highly recommend projects as a section on your profile in Handshake or in LinkedIn if you're creating a LinkedIn account, and even on your resume, because if you haven't done a lot of work outside of class, we want to make sure employers are aware of the work that you have done. If you make your profile public in Handshake, employers can search for you just like they would on LinkedIn or seek you out like they would at a career fair. So this is going to be a great tool for you. So let's do a quick overview in Handshake when you log in. The first things I want you to check out are going to be the job board, the Career Center, with the appointments, and here under resources we have a bunch of tools that you do not need to talk with someone to use. We've got sample resumes in there. We have links to free websites that can help you. We have tools or other software that you can log into free as a student, like Big Interview, that will let you record interview responses to questions on a webcam and kind of watch yourself back. And even surveys, if you've been given a survey to fill out, it'll show up right here for you to fill out. Sometimes we give out prizes to students that complete surveys as well. And then finally over here we've got your profile and your documents. And remember, if you request a review of something over email, you're going to want to upload it here under documents so that we have it when you become the first person in line for a review. We do typically try to get back to you on email reviews within 24 to 48 hours, but that's on business days. There is a delay over the weekends, okay? So that is Handshake in a nutshell. Please take advantage of it, especially if you are in your dorm room or back at home and have a little bit of free time. Now is the time to take advantage of Handshake. And if you're an alumnus that's already graduated, you still have access if you graduated in recent years, or you can request access if it's been a while since you were on campus, and we will approve an account for you. Hope you have a great day, and thanks so much for your time.